The American theater is alive with soft chatter and casual excitement as the lights slowly dim. People settle into their seats, flipping through programs, sipping drinks, unaware that they are about to witness a moment they will never forget. Onto the stage walks a Filipino singer, simple, calm, and visibly nervous. He is not dressed like a superstar. There are no dramatic effects, no loud introduction, no confident swagger. Just a man, a microphone, and a story waiting to be told. The judges exchange polite smiles. One leans back, another adjusts their pen, preparing to take routine notes. They've seen hundreds of performers, heard thousands of voices. The audience expects something decent, maybe good, but nothing extraordinary. When the host asks about the song choice, the singer speaks softly, his accent gentle but clear. He explains that the song comes from the Philippines and is dedicated to family, sacrifice, and love. A few audience members nod respectfully, but most don't yet understand the weight behind those words. As the stage lights dim further, a hush spreads across the room. The background screen glows faintly, casting warm shadows. The singer grips the microphone tightly, takes a slow breath, and closes his eyes for a brief moment. In that silence, you can almost feel his memories rushing in, long nights, distance from home, dreams carried across oceans. The audience waits, unaware that this pause is not fear, but emotion gathering strength. The music cue begins softly. A single note from the instrument floats through the hall. Conversations stop completely. Phones are lowered. Eyes lift toward the stage. In that quiet moment before the first lyric, the atmosphere changes. Something feels different. The room holds its breath, standing on the edge of an emotional journey that no one saw coming. The first note leaves the singer's lips softly, almost like a whisper, but it carries a weight that instantly fills the room. His voice is warm, trembling slightly, not from weakness, but from feeling. The melody is unfamiliar to the American audience, sung in Filipino, yet something powerful happens almost immediately. No one shifts in their seat. No one speaks. Every ear is locked onto the sound coming from the stage. As the song continues, the singer's confidence grows. His voice rises and falls with emotion, telling a story even without translation. You can hear longing in the way he stretches certain notes, love in the gentle softness of his tone, and pain hidden between breaths. The judges slowly put their pens down. One leans forward, elbows on the table, eyes fixed on the performer. Another blinks rapidly, surprised by the sudden tightness in their chest. The audience begins to react without realizing it. A woman in the third row presses her fingers under her eyes. A man beside her swallows hard, his jaw tightening. The song feels personal, as if it's pulling memories from deep inside people, memories of family, loss, distance, and love left unspoken. Even those who don't understand a single word somehow understand everything. The camera pans across the crowd, capturing faces that are no longer casual or curious, but emotionally open. The singer closes his eyes as he reaches the pre-chorus, gripping the microphone with both hands now. His voice grows stronger, richer, filled with purpose. It's no longer just a performance, it's a confession, a prayer, a piece of his soul offered freely. By the time he reaches the chorus, the energy in the room has completely shifted. What started as polite interest has turned into deep emotional connection. The audience doesn't know it yet, but this song has already crossed every barrier. And there is no turning back. As the chorus fills the theater, the emotional wave becomes impossible to stop. The singer's voice opens fully now, strong, aching, and honest. Each note seems to rise straight from his heart and land gently but firmly on every listener's soul. The lyrics, though unfamiliar in language, feel deeply familiar in meaning. It is the sound of missing home, of loving family from far away, of sacrifices made silently. Tears begin to fall across the audience like rain. A young woman covers her mouth, shaking her head as her eyes fill. An older man wipes his cheeks, embarrassed but unable to stop. Couples reach for each other's hands. The emotion spreads naturally, uncontrollably, as if the room itself is breathing together. No one is checking their phone anymore. No one is distracted. Every heart is present. The judges are visibly shaken. One judge's eyes glisten as they stare at the singer, clearly struggling to hold back tears. Another leans back, hand pressed to their chest, overwhelmed by the raw sincerity pouring from the stage. They don't understand the words, but they understand the pain, the love, the truth behind them. That is enough. The singer slightly opens his eyes and sees the crowd. He notices the tears, the stillness, the deep connection. His voice trembles for a split second, but instead of breaking, it grows even more powerful. He pours everything he has into the next lines, as if singing not just for himself, but for every immigrant, every dreamer, every person who has ever felt far from home. By the end of the chorus, the theater feels transformed. What began as a performance has become a shared human experience. The air is heavy with emotion, yet comforting. Everyone knows, something unforgettable is happening right now. As the song moves toward its ending, the singer's voice softens again, returning to the gentle emotion where it began, but now it carries the weight of everything that has been shared. His breathing is heavier, his hands slightly shaking as he holds the microphone close. Every word feels deliberate, as if he knows this moment will stay with him forever. The music slows, allowing each note to linger just a little longer in the air. The audience is completely still. You could hear a pin drop. Tears continue to fall, but no one moves to wipe them away. It feels wrong to break the moment. The judges sit frozen, eyes locked on the stage, afraid that even blinking might shatter the emotion. The final lines of the song speak of hope, of love that survives distance, of strength found in pain. Even without understanding the language, the message is clear and powerful. The singer reaches the final note. He holds it, not too long, not too short, just enough to let the emotion fully bloom. His voice gently fades, and the music stops. Silence. For several seconds, there is nothing. No applause. No cheering. Just a deep, shared stillness. The singer lowers his head, eyes closed, as if offering a quiet thank you or prayer. His chest rises and falls as he takes a breath, overwhelmed by what he has just released into the room. Then suddenly, someone stands. Another follows. Within seconds, the entire audience rises to their feet. Applause explodes through the theater, loud and unstoppable. Cheers mix with sobs. The judges stand as well, clapping with wet eyes and shaking heads in disbelief. In that moment, it becomes clear, this was not just a song. It was an emotional awakening. And the world has just witnessed something rare and beautiful. The impact of the performance does not end when the lights fade or the applause dies down. Within hours, clips of the song spread across social media, shared by audience members still shaken by what they experienced. Videos are reposted with captions like, "I don't understand the language, but I couldn't stop crying," and "This song broke my heart in the most beautiful way." The performance becomes viral overnight. Across America, people watch the video on their phones, laptops, and televisions. Many press play out of curiosity, and end up wiping tears before the song is over. Comment sections fill with emotional reactions. Veterans say the song reminded them of being away from family. Immigrants speak about homesickness and sacrifice. Parents talk about their children, and children talk about their parents. The Filipino lyrics become a bridge, not a barrier. In the Philippines, pride explodes across the nation. Families gather around screens, watching one of their own move the world with nothing but a voice and a heart. Filipinos comment in gratitude, saying the song represents their struggles, their love, and their strength. The singer receives messages from strangers thanking him for giving voice to emotions they never knew how to express. News outlets pick up the story, calling it one of the most emotional performances ever seen on an American stage. Judges give interviews, admitting they had never cried so openly during a performance. One says, "That song reminded us that music doesn't need translation, it needs truth." Long after the moment has passed, the performance continues to live on. It becomes a reminder that no matter where we come from, emotion is universal. One Filipino song, sung from the heart, crossed oceans, cultures, and languages, and united the world in tears.